Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 17925 Southwest Menashe Lane here in Beaverton. We're located on the left side of the house. That's as you face the home from the road. We're about halfway up the side of the house here. Got mid-span. You've got two cleanouts adjacent to each other. The one with the black cap on it is your sewer line. The white cap one there is your storm system. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We're dropping into 3-inch ABS. Water's running. We're going to zero out here at the base of the cleanout. Off we go. That little dangly stuff. My camera right now is upside down. If you can see right there at the bottom of the screen, that's actually the top of the pipe there. Stuff dangling down is just a little bit of excess pipe glue. So the top of the sewer line, it's way out of the flow line. Those are very thin. Those will flex and move out of the way. They're not ones I'm concerned about you getting drain cleaning done to remove them. Swapping over to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe here, around 48 feet. So far, good looking sewer line. Nice to see a sewer line that isn't loaded up with a bunch of construction debris. Very, very common problem on new construction. Alright, there's the main lateral. This house in particular ties directly into the manhole out in the street. Not every house will do that. Depending on the road, about every 3 to 5 houses will tie directly into the manhole. The rest will tee onto the main. Anyhow, we're going to go locate really quick here while the pipe drains out, and then we'll have a better look at everything as we come back. Thus far, things are looking good. I don't suspect we're going to find anything as we come back in. Alrighty, located the camera head successfully. These are my favorite. You don't even need the locator wand for it. You can just look through the manhole cover and see the camera down there. So if you go out by your driveway there, kind of stand in the middle of the road, face the front of the house, there's a manhole that's closest to the driveway. There's another manhole that's a little bit further away. It's the manhole that's closest to the driveway. It also only has 2 holes in the top of it, where the other manhole probably has 15 or 20. Anyway, you've also got a curb stamp. You'll see a double S stamped in the curb at the front left corner of the driveway. The marking there is actually off by a little bit. Where the line actually crossed into the road is about 1.5 feet, 2 feet to the right of that mark, approximately. The line hits the manhole dead center. So if you kind of draw an imaginary straight line back to the curb, that's actually where the line crosses. They got that marking off by a little bit. It's not huge, but that's not exactly where the line crosses. Alrighty, all the PVC there looks good. Drains off very nicely. Transition joint looks good. The line does run down the driveway, a few feet in from that left side edge. Again, there's those little glue thing, and my camera actually bent one of them, so that tells you how flimsy those are. You'd have to flush something rather large down the line to even come into contact with those to begin with. And those are not going to go causing a blockage on their own there. You'd have to be basically blocking the line up as it is with whatever you put down the line for that to have any bearing on flow at all. Alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and turn the camera around here. Everything from the clean out access to the main lateral connection is in good condition, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time. Another little glue drip there right as we start going backwards. It's very small. And then at this point here, we are now back inside the crawl space, and everything from this point is exposed piping. That's stuff the home inspector looks at when they're down there. You have what looks like, it's hard to tell what that is there. If it's glue. My camera lights it up so good it's kind of hard to say. I think it is a piece of pipe glue. It's not a, oh, it's such a hard angle to see right here where we're going vertical. And right now the line is basically straight up and down. You can see our level here. Now we're going basically a straight up vertical dive right here. Some of that glue looks like it dripped off the joint right there and piled up in this location. Because we're on a vertical drop here, this is a spot where that is unlikely to cause a problem. That's a little bit thicker, chunkier piece of glue. That's what I'm going to recommend they clean out. I think under most circumstances, though, it's pretty unlikely that's going to cause a problem. But that's one that I'm going to recommend they trim loose. I'll run an auger through there and knock that sucker loose. My camera runs into it. It's rigid. It resists the camera pushing into it. So, you know, it could theoretically hang something up as it came down the line. It's unlikely though. Because again, you're on a straight vertical drop there, where you have the most amount of gravity working in its favor. And again, for that to really actually hang something up and plug the line up there, especially in a vertical drop, you'd have to be flushing something very large down the line that would likely be blocking and breaking loose the entire way until it got there. That might be like the final pinch point where a stubborn or a blockage that's kind of breaking loose and stopping and starting might stick, but I think it's pretty unlikely. I'll recommend you clean it out, but that's not going to be having a major impact on flow. But it's a chunk of pipe glue that's big enough there, it's not going to bend or move out of the way like the other little drips will. Now, aside from that there, the line itself is all looking good, has good flow to it, good slope and grade, no bellies, offset joints, anything like that. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time. Even with the glue in there, the line is still functioning quite nicely. That's to help kind of mitigate abusive scenarios, which do happen from time to time, especially if you have little kids in the house. That might help contribute to something that's probably already going to block the line to be an even more stubborn scenario. But if that were in a flat piece of pipe there, not a vertical drop, it would be a much more concerning thing, where stuff could hang up on it much easier. In a vertical fall fashion, realistically, I think it's very unlikely to cause a problem. It's just a bigger chunk of glue than I'd like to see stuck in the line.